Hi guys, good morning. So in today's we have a class of AWS Advanced Networking and Security Specialty. And in this class, guys, we are going to learn about the advanced networking of AWS and security is advanced security as well. So okay, we know that AWS is now time is the it's booming in the cloud, and it's actually have a around 46% of business in the cloud in the AWS. So almost 50%, almost. The rest of all Azure and IBM, whatever, Salesforce, those are behind that. So AWS is actually, if you're going for the advanced networking, if you're going for the security, your job is very much secure if you're going for the AWS. Okay, so in the AWS certifications, we have lots of certifications here, foundational based, associate based, professional based, but we are going to learn about the advanced networking, which is the specialty level, and security as well. So these two we are going to cover in this sessions, not today's sessions, in this in the class. Okay. So for the AWS certified advanced networking, we have a number ANS C01. In this exam details, if anyone going for the certification for that, around 65 number of questions would come, and the total exam time is 170 minutes, and would be the choice of answers. Like you can answer, sometimes the options would be 4, and sometimes options would be, that's the options of the answers. Okay, and you should have scored at least 750 to clear the exam or pass the exam. Okay, and the cost would be $300. The same things also apply for the security as well. Okay. Now, if I will ask that why you are going for the advanced networking or security, so I'm hoping that probably you guys are pretty much aware about the solution architect, or you have some little knowledge of basic knowledge of a solution architect and what is EC2, what is VPCs. If not, no worry, I will explain that as well here. So we know that we have an on-prem, right? So earlier, what happened? We had a on-prem network. On-prem means like a data center network, like a data center network. Data center. So earlier we had like all the companies, organizations, or all the big organizations all had all their servers, all their big servers, all their firewalls, all the security products, all the routers, switches, whatever, all are present in the data center. Okay, so for maintaining a data center, it's very much cost, very expensive, very expensive. But anyhow, the company actually has to be afford the cost of data center, because they are putting all their services, all their servers, routers into the data center. So nowadays, what happening? Now everyone now moving to the cloud. Each company, like every company, is moving to the cloud. Moving to the cloud. Cloud means what? Cloud is nothing like a normal cloud which we are able to see in the sky. It's not like a cloud, right? Cloud means what? What is the meaning of cloud? If someone would ask, what is cloud? Cloud means, let me explain. First, you need to understand the data center or on-premises. So for accessing anything of a data center network, you should have present in the office. You should have go to any of the office, okay, in your office network. And then you can either VPNs, either like VPN or anything. You will connect with your data center network, any of the servers, like firewalls, servers, whatever, routers. Okay, so you will reach to the office, and then you can connect. Even from the home as well, you can connect. That's fine. But you should have either from the home you can connect with the VPN, then you can connect, or either from the office you can directly connect. But cloud means wherever you are, whenever you want. Okay, wherever you are and whenever you want. It means the service would be available. Okay, that's meaning of cloud. Wherever you are and whenever you want, you want to access any of the device, firewalls, like if I put here firewalls, routers, switches, whenever you want. You can get the services at the same time. And like if you want to, like you want any server, like we have a server, okay, and you want to access this server for just for a 1 day or for 1 month. Now tell me, any of the guys, like if you want to access of any of the server only for a 1 month, for any of the research purpose, any of the things, you want to access, you want to hire a server for 1 month. So for the on the data center, you should have go and buy your own. You should have buy your own server, okay, one server, and then go and put your server into a data center, right? So buying a server, then putting a server in a data center for 1 month is very, very expensive. And why you will buy a server, right? Anyway, it's required, but you go and buy a server and then you will put your server into the data center. But here it's not a case. Here everything is on demand. In the cloud, everything is on demand. On demand means whenever you want, just go and try, just get access, like whatever server you want, whatever the OS you want, okay? It's all customized. Whatever customizations you want to do, you can do that at the cloud. Still, if you want to, only for the 1 day, if you want to access of a server 1 day, it can be 1 month, 1 year, it can be. Just you have to be pay some some amount of for subscription. And that is very, very cheaper. So cloud is very, very cheaper. And like in your office, even though I'm not talking about the individual, even though it's a big enterprise, anyway, even though it's an enterprise or big enterprise company, okay, and like this enterprise company, if he want us for 1 month, even for 1 month, he want to access like 100 of server. So those 100 of server on the on-prem, he should have, like that company should have buy the 100 server and then put into the data center. That's very, very expensive, right? But in the cloud, you should just go and subscribe 100 server and then access for a 1 month, and then you just totally just dissolve it. It's very cheaper, right? Very cheaper. So that's the one benefit. Nowadays, companies are moving from the data center to clouds. It's very cost effective, very on demand, whenever you want. If you want to keep it for 1 year, 10 years, that's fine. Just you have to pay for the subscriptions. So, okay. So, so now what happened? We know that into the cloud, and we have an on-prem here. And cloud. Okay. So nowadays, what happening? The current scenarios is most of the companies are moving, as I said that. Okay. Now it's a cloud. That's a cloud network. Suppose any VPC, whatever. Cloud network. I'm CN, okay? Cloud network. That's the on-prem network. Nowadays, what happening? This is your company, okay? And this is your office, whatever. And this is your company data center. Nowadays, like few of the servers, okay? Now company want that some server are moving to the cloud, okay? And some servers are still in the data center, or your office is connected to the data center. From data center, you will get access of your cloud server. Like suppose you have a cloud server, okay? Okay. Now, so from data center to cloud connectivity, there's a two-way you can connect your on-prem network to the cloud network. Okay, one is either you can connect with the VPN, virtual private network, or either you can connect with the direct connect. Okay, direct connect. Direct connect is the AWS service. So you can directly connect with your on-prem to the cloud network. So either you have connect with the direct connect, or either from the VPN, you can connect with your from the data center to the cloud. So sometimes what happens, your company either totally migrated to cloud, or either they are slowly migrated, and you have a connectivity on-prem as well and the cloud as well. Okay. So there's a two method you can directly connect, either from the VPN or either from the direct connect. You have a reachability from the on-prem to cloud. Now, if you come to the cloud, AWS cloud, There is a stuff called EC2. Anyone knows what is EC2? Anyone?
EC2 is elastic.
What is EC2? Guys, Imran, Akshay, Mohammed, Praveen. How many guys are there? Rajiv? No? Okay. EC2. What is EC2? I'm going very simple. Okay. Okay. Someone has messaged me. EC2 is elastic computing. Imran. Very good, Imran. EC2 is just elastic computing cloud. Elastic computing cloud. What is it? It's nothing. It's just like a simple server. Simple server. If you think about what is EC2, I don't know. EC2 is nothing. Just a simple server. It's elastic computing cloud. The name is computing cloud. So that's why they have put it the name E. Elastic means E. Now there is a 2C, right? One is C here, computing and cloud. So they have given the name EC2. That's it. That's why it's EC2. It's very simple. EC2 is nothing. It's just like a simple server. Just like your laptop, right? Just like your simple server. That's very basic. Okay? Web server, whatever the server, any host PC as well. Even any host PC as well. Just like your laptop, it's EC2. It's very simple. So in the AWS, how the network is? In the AWS Cloud, the network is very simple. We have a complete network. Okay. So one complete network. Anyway, I will explain, guys. I will explain those things from the, like today we have a demo class. I will explain everything into the when the session will start. Okay. So in the AWS Cloud, we have a called full, like all my EC2 server, like any of the server, it's part of a one complete VPC. VPC, virtual private cloud. Virtual private cloud. VPC is consist of all one network. Like what is VPC? VPC means like if you have a one company, you would have a one VPC. VPC means one complete network. One complete network. Like your home network, like your home office, like one data center, simple, like whole. So in one VPC, what happened? All the server, if you want to put all your server, you can keep it. Your server, your firewall, your router, whatever you want to put, you can router not required. Okay, firewalls if you want, you can put it. Server, anywhere server, like EC2. If you want to create any web server, whatever the server you will create, like okay, web server, app server, whatever, those you will create in EC2 only. You will host in EC2 only because it's a EC2 work as a server. Okay, very easy. So VPC is what? VPC is a virtual private cloud, and it's actually defined a whole one complete network. Got it? What is VPC? Very easy. Now suppose you are a one company, like I'm taking one like networkings. Okay, it's a one company. Okay, what happened? Like networkings has a one company. So sometimes what happened? All the server of networkings is belongs to suppose VPC1. Okay, and these all are the servers of networkings. Okay, servers, whatever. EC2 means server, app server, whatever. All the servers is a firewall. Okay, these are any of the other EC2 server. Now suppose this VPC1 want to communicate. Like there is some other company, Google, not Google, like some other company. Okay, and this company has a name is VPC2. They have their own server. Okay, EC2. These are the EC2. Or server, whatever. Now, if you're connecting VPC1, like one VPC1 and VPC2, if you want to communicate like this server, these all our server can communicate each other. Okay, in the one VPC they can communicate each other. In same VPC they can communicate, but to communicate to the other VPC, it's required a routing or some features required. Those features called VPC peering. Got it? Very simple. I'm going. So I'm just giving you some heads up ideas. Okay. Then when the session will start, I will explain everything. So what is VPC peering? VPC peering is actually connecting to VPC. Peering. Okay. VPC peering actually required to connect two different VPC. Two different whatever. Or two VPC. Okay. Two different VPC network. So for two VPC communicate to each other, we require a VPC peering. How to do that? I will explain everything on the lab next. Okay, when the class will start. Okay, so it's very easy, right? I'm just giving you an idea what is VPC. VPC is a one complete network. If we have a two network, you can use VPC network to communicate each other if required. Okay, now the thing is going little critical. Like suppose we have a VPC1, we have a VPC2, we have a VPC3, we have a VPC4. Okay. Now suppose all have a server. And now the condition is all VPC should communicate each other. All VPC should communicate each other. All these all four. So what we should have do? So then we have to create all VPC peering to each other. So first I have to create a VPC peering between VPC 1 and 2. Then I have to also create a VPC peering between VPC 1 and 3 as well. Then 3 to 2 as well. Then 2 to 4. Then 4 to 1. Likewise. Okay. Even 3 to 4 as well. See, there's no 3 to 4. Okay. And even 1 to 4 already there. Okay. So you can see things are going little critical. So each VPC has to be pairing each other to communicate. So if we have some more numbers of VPC network, so each VPC has to be VPC pairing each other. So it's going to be little critical, right? So all the time, if any new network or new VPC created, I have to be like suppose, see that. Suppose we have this network, okay? We have this network. Now suppose one more VPC came, okay? Like my business has grown much, okay? So I required some more servers. So I have created one more VPC, suppose VPC 5. So then if all VPC want to communicate this VPC 5, then I have to create a VPC pairing from everyone, all VPC. Like this. So it's not look feasible, right? It's not look feasible. If suppose again my company grown up and I need some more, network. So again I need to be connect to my VPC to every each VPC, right? With the VPC pairing. See the drawing, right? It's not look feasible. It's going a little messy. So that's why in the 2019, I guess 18 or 19, I'm not sure, 18 could be, they introduced transit gateway. Guys, I will explain each and everything in the lab. What is VPC? What is how to create a VPC? Everything I will explain in the lab. No need to worry. I'm just explaining, as today is a demo class, what steps you are going to learn in the throughout the sessions. Those things I'm explaining. Okay. So now you understood what is EC2. You understood what is VPC. You understood what is VPC peering, right? This thing, at least you guys should have get little idea. No worry, I'll explain the class. Now the thing is transit gateway. What is so these things, if you are aware of, you would be mastering advanced networking. Okay, advanced networking. So what is transit gateway? Transit gateway work like, I'm using a word like a router. What happens if we have a multiple VPC here? See, multiple VPC here. VPC 1, VPC 2, VPC 3, some more here, suppose VPC 4, VPC 5, VPC 6, some more VPC. So instead of creating an individual peering, VPC peering to each other, not required, transit gateway, TG, transit gateway, TGW actually. What I will do, I will connect everyone to transit gateway. I connect all VPC to transit gateway. And this transit gateway will take care of all the routing to going through the or communicating with all the VPC. It's very easiest way. See that earlier. See the earlier we had a messy, right? Only how much? 6 VPC, and see the how the mess is created. And if I will bring some more VPC 7, again I have to be create or communicate. Okay, like create a VPC peering to everyone. It's creating a mess. But in the transit gateway, suppose if any a new network, new VPC again came, VPC 7 suppose, I will no need to connect with all the with all the VPC. I will just simply connect with my transit gateway, and then it will take care all the routing. Then this transit gateway will take care all the routing towards my VPC network. So that's what transit gateway does, and how it will does, I will explain everything in the lab. No need to worry. Just I'm giving you some basic ideas. How beautiful this transit gateway is able to handle all the routing instead of going to all this messy, right? So now, just now, whatever I explained in this 30 minutes, we'll explain what is, you understood what is EC2. EC2 is nothing, it's like a simple server or some or host PC. It's a very simple host PC, right? Very easy I'm going. Now you understood what is VPC. VPC is a simple one complete network. It's a one complete network. Yeah, any doubt, any questions? You can ask me. Now you understood what is VPC peering. VPC peering to communicate or between the to communicate between the VPCs, right? Now you understood transit gateway, right? Transit gateway, the same things VPC peering is doing, but very easiest way. Okay, so now you understood what is on-prem and how the on-prem is connecting with the AWS Cloud. There are lots of things. Yeah. Any doubt?
Yep. So you talk about the. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you talk about the transit gateway as in a solution for VPC pairing, right? So does it have capability for redundancy? Yes. I mean, to avoid single point of failure if there is any issue with the
exactly. We can. Yeah, I'll show you in the lab as well. Yeah, there is a redundancy as well. So even though, like, what would happen in this, like if you have a transit gateway 1 and 2 and all my VPC, just like all my VPC is connected here, VPC 1, and just I'm taking a 2 example only, 2 VPC here as well. So like this is the requirement, suppose, and even though they all are connected as well, transit gateway 2 as well, and these are connected to each other. Okay, so if this transit gateway 1 would down, now my traffic automatically will move to the transit gateway 2, and that's why it will take care of all of my networks. Okay, so those things, if you want, I can explain in the lab as well. Okay, so now let's see something about the content. So in the AWS network, what we are going to do, there are 4 domains actually: network design, network implementation, network management and operations, and network security, compliance, and governance. So network security also, anyway, we are going to learn into the security as well. Mostly we have to focus on network design and implementation and management as well. Okay, so what steps we are going to learn in the network design? So like CloudFront, lots of things are there. EC2, load balancing, ELB. So like Route 53, DNS protocols, Lambda. So those things anyway we have learned about the Solid architect. But anyway, if I will explain as well. Okay.
Now I'm requesting you please share this PDF into the chat if possible.
You want to? Okay, yeah, I can do that. I want to share right now in the chat. Let me. I'm trying. Okay. You guys have it, okay?
Thank you.
Now let's see these are the basics of advanced networking. Let's see what we can learn into the security. Okay. Okay. In the AWS security specialty, we have a 5 domain here. Okay. Like incident response, logging and monitoring, infrastructure security, identity and access management, and data protections. Guys, see, in this security part, logging, monitoring, that's fine. That's fine. Most important is identity and access management. I'm talking about the professionals point of view. Okay, not exam point of view. Because in our daily day-to-day, this is very, very critical. IAM, identity, like user management, user access management actually, and even the data protections. These two are very, very critical day-to-day. It's required in your professional life. Okay, so in the domain 1, we would see in the incident response, we Amazon Guard Duty, Amazon Security Hub, incident response, Amazon Detective. So these are things we are able to see. If your EC2 compromise, what we are going to do. If your S3 bucket compromise, what we are going to do. Even credentials compromise, what we are going to do. So those things, how we can take the steps to all recovery, everything. So those things we are going to learn into the incident response into the domain 1. Okay. In the domain 2 of security, we are going to learn about logging and monitoring. So Amazon Inspector, System Manager, Cloud Watch, these are actually belongs to the logging and monitoring. Like if you want to see the logs, okay, any of the logs, so we would see into the Cloud Watch, okay, Athena, Cloud Trails, okay, Cloud Config. So everything, these are the tools are actually helping for the logging and monitoring for the security purpose. Now for the infrastructure security, we would learn about the site-to-site VPN, client VPN, VPC pairings. Anyway, these 2 things we are also going to learn into the network, advanced networking as well, but we'll see into the security as well. What is VPC endpoints? Okay. NSCL and security group, that is very, very important. Sometimes what happens, this is what, security group is what, like if I'll explain some things, like we have a one EC2, okay, this is EC2 server, suppose EC2 server, and we have some other network, okay, this is on-prem, whatever, this is on-prem, I would say. What happened, and there is some firewall, even in my VPC, there is one firewall. Now all the traffic going through the firewall. So sometimes what happen in the firewall, like this EC2 has IP of 10.1.1.1, and this on-prem there is one server. Suppose IP is 10.2.2.2. What would happen? Even in the firewall, I have allowed the policy. Policy is allowed. Okay, policy is allowed, but still you will see that user are complaining that like there is a user are complaining that I'm not able to access. I'm not able to get the access. So not only checking the firewall, even the EC2, there is a security gateway or security group. So their security group, we have to check the policies, even the EC2 as well. EC2 as well. Okay, there's 2 types of policy here. So I will explain in the lab. One is inbound and one is outbound. So we have to check the security policies or security group as an EC2 as well. And then if policy is not there, we have to create the inbound policy and outbound policy at the EC2 level as well to ingress or egress traffic for EC2. So those things we can learn when we'll do the lab. Okay. Into the domain 4, in identity and access management, we have IAM policies. That is very, very important. What is IAM policies? IAM policies is like how we can create a access management policies. Access management policy means what? I have a users, okay? Like this is my AWS Cloud, AWS network. So how I will identify or how I will manage all the users? Like we have a multiple user, right? How my users will get to access of the AWS network, okay? So like if any of the users, okay, like I won't able to give anyone as admin rights. Or I like if we have a multiple tools, right? And I will not even give the access to all my tools to all the users. I should have give the like some restricted access to my AWS tools to all the users. Like if the users belongs to programming, suppose if users belongs to programming, I should have give all the programming tools. I should have give the access to all the programming tools. If users belongs to just a normal user, if user is just a normal user or HR user, whatever, I will not give access to all the tools of that. So that's how we can create a IAM policies. How we can create a, what is MFA? Multi-factor authentication. Multi-factor. Okay. What is multi-factor authentication? Like a dual authentication. Means what? Dual authentication. Means what? If you're trying to access, like this is you, okay, in your home, suppose you are accessing any of the cloud network. This is one EC2, suppose any server in EC2 in the cloud, okay. And if anyone want to access user one, if user one want to access this server, just only typing by username or password, only username and password, it could be a chance of compromisation. It could be a chance his credential could be compromised. So that's why it's using MFA. MFA means multi-factor authentication. Means once you try to log in, you will get, like MFA means like in the phone you, or the authenticator, like a Microsoft authenticator, something else, any kind of tools you can use like MFA. Google even have a, even AWS has their own. Okay, you can use any of the authenticator. So in this authenticator, it will show you some kind of a code. Okay, so it will, once you log into this server, it will ask for the code. Okay, in your authenticator. This authenticator could be in your mobile phone. It installed into your mobile. Okay, your mobile details should be into the AWS network. It will send you, AWS will send you the code, and that code, once you put that, then you will get access of this EC2 server. So those things, how we can protect with the help of MFA, how we can learn about this. Okay, what is S3 course? What is AWS practice services and control? Those things also we're going to learn into the security specialty. Okay, in the data protection, that's a domain 5. In the data protection, we have encryptions. How we can learn about how we can encrypt our data, which method we are going to use, AES, DES, whatever, RCA, RSA, okay, DEFI elements. So those things all we are going to learn about how we can encrypt that. Okay, what is cloud HSM, key management services. Okay, S3 encryptions, how we can encrypt my S3. S3 is like a bucket, okay, or a storage where you can store all my all my files and everything. So how we can encrypt that, so no one can hack it. Okay, okay, how we can use our elastic load balancers. Those are things are there. So those things we are going to learn about into the network security specialty. Okay, so what is guard duty? What is event breach? So those things we are going to learn into that. So guys, anyone have any doubt till now for the advanced security and advanced networking and advanced security specialty? Please ask me the question.
I have a question. Can we cover the BCP, business continuity plan, and site recovery, disaster recovery in this course?
Wait. Sorry, I didn't get you. Can you come again?
I'm asking, can we cover the BCP, business continuity plan, and site recovery or disaster recovery?
Yeah, disaster recovery, those things we can cover. For your business continuity, if you want, I can try to explain. Okay, later on, once I will complete everything. Okay, business continuity means what? That's the same DR only, right? DR means what? Disaster recovery. So if you are, what is that? See that if we have one network, okay, if we have a network, this is suppose network 1 in the cloud, wherever, network 1. This is my primary network. Okay, primary, and we have a one high availability. Okay, that is, I'm saying a word secondary. Okay, this is the same network 1 I'm talking about. What will happen? Generally, our traffic is going from network 1. If network 1 would down, my traffic will go from the secondary. But if whole this network down, okay, what will happen? So then we should have one network at DR, disaster recovery. So then my all traffic should go via DR. So how we can see into the cloud? So what happened? We have a cloud as a availability zones, right? We have a availability zones. The what you're talking, right? I'm answering you. So in, like, suppose we have a network in Mumbai, suppose, okay, Mumbai. Okay, we have a one network at Mumbai, and one network I will be put into the somewhere else like Singapore. So I just I'm the near about wherever you want to put, that's all depend. Now suppose this is my primary and this is my secondary, because it's a near about, right? So it should be near about. So Now this is my office network. I'm using this. If primary will down, anyway, it's moved to the Singapore. Now we should have the make some network somewhere else, like in Australia or anywhere. Okay, like Australia I use. And because it's a little bit near, anyway, wherever ability zones I can choose, and that's I will create as a DR. So whatever the device we are using here, whatever the tools and device, whatever the network I'm using here, we should have. I'm not saying the same number, but whatever the important device we can put into this ability zone. So if those will down, my business would be continuing. Okay, so this kind of stuffs I can explain. No worry. Okay, into the lab, we'll see that.
Okay.
Okay, understood?
Yes. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Yes.
Yeah, please go ahead.
I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Under the advanced networking, are you guys going to cover the setup of direct connects to the on-premise?
Generally we don't have on-prem here, okay? But I'll show you how we can connect with the direct connect, okay? How we can connect if we have on-prem, how we can connect with the direct connect. So all the features, all the steps, how we can do that, I will cover it, okay?
Okay, and also in the training, are you guys going to cover the lives? I mean, probably,
The project you're
live
talking about?
scenario, not kind of.
I understood what you're talking. You're talking about some kind of a project, right? Understood.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Live scenario. When you are called upon
Definitely.
as
Exactly.
As a AWS, network engineer or cloud engineer, you need to set up, integrate some devices to some features. Do you need to do some deployment like direct connect? That say, are you going to cover it in the lab?
Yeah. Those things exactly. If I'll create VPC, so I will create all the EC2, right? I will create EC2 server. I will create the I will create VPC peering, and I will create the VPN for that. Connect with the VPN and also that connect as well. So those things we're gonna do. So that's what the lab. Okay, so those things I'm gonna cover. Even though I will also give you the project as well. So if you'll see that, like suppose you understand what is VPC. You understand what is VPC peering. You understand what is transit gateway. You have understood like in the lab. But if I'll not give you the project, okay, so how you will cover that or how you will practice that? Those everything you'll gonna practice with the project. So once I'll give you the project, so thereon you will create your own simulation. You will create your own lab, and then you can practice with a direct connection, direct connectivity with the direct connect or with the VPC peering, transit gateway. Those things you're gonna do that, okay? And I will do in the lab, and also I will give you some project work, and there we can practice as well. So you would be mastering that. Okay.
And what is the time and duration time of the course? Maybe it's weekdays or weekend days.
Time is actually Gaurav. One moment.
Another question.
Gaurav is there, Gaurav? Okay. So I think we have a 2 months. I'm not sure. 2 to 3 months. I'm not sure about. I think 2 to 3 months. If Gaurav would answer.
Is it going to be a weekend class only or weekdays?
It's a weekend class. Saturday, Sunday. It's the India time. IST 9:30. 9:30 a.m.
IST.
9:30 IST. Yeah, morning.
9:30 to 11:30.
9:30 to 11.
Okay. Or who is available on that? Maybe Gaurav sir or Tanishka ma'am.
And
Gaurav.
Under the security part, under the security part of it, are you going to cover like you talked about the guard duty, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. The guard duty, are you going to cover a scenario where you have to do some, mitigations, compliance under the guard duty? Yes or no?
See, mostly in the lab, we will do into the advanced networking and security part. Most of the parts are theoretical. In the security, most of the parts are theoretical. Anyway, I'll want to show you like MFA and everything. Those things I will try to explain till whatever is possible into the lab. Okay. But in the security,
like that's Amazon, yes, guided. So sometimes when you have your configuration, when you have a lot of basic configuration and it's out of compliance, are you gonna cover how to do the remediation of those things?
those
to
things
make it
I will explain
compliant?
it. Yeah. Those things, everything I will explain it. See, as I said that most of the lab we will do into the advanced networking. In the security, I'm not talking about, but in the security, 60%, 70% is theory part. Okay, and 30%, yeah, 30 to 40% we have a lab. So those things will cover.
And which platform we used for practical, Linux or Windows, or as per the?
That's depend, right? So if you log in into the AWS, if you want to Linux or Windows, so like if you're creating any EC2, we can create Linux as well according to the lab. If
Yeah,
required lab,
that's why, because the AWS preferred for Linux. That's it.
okay. Anyone we have here like Gaurav? Anyone from network security, networkings? Okay. Any other doubt, guys?
I'm okay.
Okay.
Not for my side.
Okay. So
I have a doubt actually.
just wait for 1 minute. 1 more minute. I'm just trying to bring Gaurav here. Okay. So Gaurav has already shared with all you guys one WhatsApp for admission query. Okay. WhatsApp status. So just try to connect with Gaurav as well into that. So if anyone have any doubt, yeah.
We start the session from tomorrow or from next week?
Tomorrow is Diwali actually. It should have started from the. So tomorrow is Diwali. So tomorrow is a holiday. So we'll start the session from the next week, like 18, from the 18th of September. Okay, yeah, 18th of November. Okay, 9:30 IST time, 9:30 morning.
Okay, and can we create the group for this batch, WhatsApp group?
Yes, you guys can create. You guys can create. No worry. So that's all depend.
Yeah, because so we can know about the session. Some
Exactly.
session is there, on
Exactly,
time,
Imran.
maybe delay or something.
If there would be any delay, so like if I'm taking any leave, whatever, sometimes, so you will get notified there into the by the mail as well. Okay. So any of the networking part, most of the things in the I will, okay. Hello Pradeep, join the session now, AWS.
Do you have an idea?
नहीं तो गौरव को बोलो join करो जल्दी से, हाँ आओ जल्दी आओ, हाँ. Yeah, please tell me.
Do you have an idea of how much the cost is?
What is cost?
Yeah, first fee.
I don't understand what cost fee you are asking.
He's asking about the fees, I think.
No, I don't have any idea because those networking teams can explain. Yeah. So okay, I have some questions. Can you? How many of them have an idea of solution architect?
Not too much. I have, but not too much, because 2 years ago I have joined Sanjay Gupta sir classes from networking.
Okay. So you guys are aware of, right? What is EC2, those things, right? Imran?
Yeah. As an introductory part, I know, but as a deep knowledge, because we need to practice too much. That's why, and I'm my work is not.
Yeah.
That
so guys, even I will in the first week, even I will try to explain some basics. See that frankly, I'm speaking, I will not go into the tough manner because I will go with the very basic first. Because I want you guys should have your basic should be should be built first. Once your basic would be built, so then you will able to understand what if I'm going a little bit fast. Okay, so that's things we can pace up later, but first you should have understand all the technologies. Okay.
Yeah,
Fine.
definitely.
Okay. Hey, Gaurav, we have a Gaurav here. Okay. So disconnecting. So for the solution architect, see that for the AWS, see, we have a lots of certificate. Okay. So solution architect, advanced networking, these are security. These are the joint. These are the most advanced certification nowadays. If anyone have done securities and advanced networking, it would be very good chance to get a very good job into the professional marketing or whatever, the very good company nowadays.
Yeah, Parveen. Sorry. Yeah, Manpreet, Gaurav here.
Hey, hi Gaurav. So there is
Yeah.
some questions for how many months the class would be and what would the fees.
So
these are
guys,
the-
this is a weekend batch, and we decided to start at 9:30 in the morning, and approximately 2.5 hours on every Saturday, Sunday, and the close to 3 or 4 months is the timing for this course, including because people can take admission separately also, like in a only advanced networking, and somebody is interested only for the security, or if in case somebody is looking for a combo, they can take it both also, because this dedicated batch is for the networking people basically.
I have sent you a
Oh.
message, Imran speaking. Have you received my messages?
You send me on WhatsApp or where?
Yeah, WhatsApp.
1 minute, let me check.
Is this course only on advanced networking? Hello?
no.
Yes, this is for the advanced networking.
Yeah, but
But the message you sent on my WhatsApp, you said is both advanced networking and security. Is that a confusion or what's going on there?
Yeah, this is the official trainings what we are delivering for the whatever the content is there in their on AWS websites in these two modules. Under the modules, we are covering all.
Ibrahim, security part also would be covered. No worry. Okay.
Yeah, I just want to have a
No,
better
no.
understanding and also be on the same page,
No,
for
those
what
things
we-
will cover. No worry. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so can he answer the question of what is the course fee and the duration?
I shared a one WhatsApp number. You can just WhatsApp and you will check the pricing. Even I'll share my number also. I'll help you with the pricings details, because we have a separate team who's helping regarding pricing and all.
Okay, one last question from me. So is it possible to move, probably just a suggestion, to move the bash a little bit an hour an hour back, like 8:30 IST? Is that correct? Is that okay?
What time
Because
you
I'm
saying?
calling from US and it's very late here.
Okay, I got it. So no issue. What I'll do,
You
I think
understand?
4-5
This is
people who
12
enrolled for
a.m.
this course. I'll check with these guys. If they're okay, I'll shift it 1 hour earlier.
Yeah, so it can be like 8:30, it could be better, because right now, by the time the course start like about 9:30, my own time is very late. So I'm just making suggestions. So it's not just what can work for me.
No problem. I'll check. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's all I
So,
got.
I think you joined what message I shared in the WhatsApp group. So my number is also, if in case you have any queries, you can reach out to me on the number. Okay.
All right, thanks.
Have you received my messages, sir? Right?
Yeah, Imran, I'll reply you. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Guys, that's all for today's. Hope you like it. All the query has been solved, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, good. Okay. So Gaurav, we can close the session.